Getting started with HTML5 charts in Jasper Reports and Jaspersoft Studio. Part 8. Styling of individual elements in a chart. Welcome back to Getting Started with HTML5 charts in Jasper Reports and Jaspersoft Studio series. In this video, we'll be discussing how to change styles of some objects in the chart. Let's take a quick look at this, a simple column chart that I've created. And as you can see, we have some additional labels here, such as a title, our chart, a title for y-axis, and some data labels with our columns. And let's say our requirement is to change how these labels look like. For example, we want to change font or color. Our first idea would be to switch to chart formatting and go to simple properties and see if we can get something here. As you can see, we have the title here, and we can specify our title font family, and stuff like that here. But we do not see any options for y-axis title or for the data labels in the column. So how do we change the style? So maybe we should go to the advanced properties and see what we can do with this title. Maybe we can change something through the advanced properties here. As you can see, there is no property to control color or font or anything, but there is a property called style. If we try to edit it, the return type expected is CSSObject. So what is this CSSObject that this style property is expecting? Well, let's go to HighCharts API and take a look at this CSSObject. CSSObject is a style object with camel case property names to define a visual appearance of HTML or SVG element, which includes the chart. So here you see the members of this CSS object are different CSS rules, such as font weight, font size, font family, color, etc. So how would we use this object? Let's try to specify, for example, font family to be, let's say, monospaced. As you see, the font family monospaced has changed, and let's see how it's done in the advanced properties. So you see nothing changed in the title, the style still remains the same. But if you go to the user defined, you see that we have defined title, style, font family. The general idea here is that you can access all the members of the CSS object class or interface through this dot notation. So first you specify what object do you want to change the style for, then you pass the style property, and then you access one of the objects in one of the rules in the CSS object of style. So maybe we can try to do this for, let's say, y-axis title, and let's change the color. So here we have y-axis title, style, color, and let's use red, and let's see what happens. As you can see, the color has changed after we've added this. How do we determine where we can change the style? So let's take a look here. Let's go to plot options, column, and since we wanted to change the style of data labels, let's go to the data label object. And as you can see, there is a style already here. So we can access the items in that style. Let's try this and do plot options, data label, column, data labels, style, font size, 16 pixels. And let's try to refresh. And there we go. We have changed this. For every style object that you find in these property list, you can change the individual rules, CSS rules, through this method. Thanks for watching. In this episode, we have learned what is a style object and how to customize the individual rules inside the CSS style object. In our next video, we will learn more about formatting tooltips and point formatter.